Всем привет, дорогие друзья! Снова рад всех видеть на стримчике. Ой, как меня хорошо слышно. Я надеюсь, в этот раз не будет игра громче меня. Я сделал себя погромче. Сейчас раз, два, три. О, все, отлично. Вот, потому что начнем. Дальше продолжим наше похождение в Хогвартсе. Сообщение дня. Так это все в моем этом. У меня же это все есть. В принципе. Ну. У меня только вот этого нету, да? У меня все остальное есть. Ладно, короче, погнали. Погнали дальше. Нам надо дальше. Вы получили сову. Зайти ко мне, кое-что обнаружил в медальоне, который мы нашли в Гринготте. Зайдем обязательно. Зайдем, хорошо. Сейчас я на почту получать будем. Ну шо, пошлите. Ну-ка. У нас вообще здесь есть что-то интересное? Ревелио. Подождите, я не понимаю, куда надо идти. Правильно иду или нет? Да, правильно.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased. Revelio.
Есть что-нибудь интересное? Сундук факультет. Сундук факультета, мне он недоступен. Получается. Простите, из-за лаги у меня прогрузка. Все в порядке. Ой. О, давайте отгадаем. Я теперь знаю, как это делать. Так. 1. 13 минус 1 будет 12. Вот это паучок-то где у нас? Так, 0. Читаем. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Так, 13 минус 1, 12 минус 8, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Квакозябр какой-то. Это у нас 1, это 2. 1 у нас вот тут. А как там? Нет. Какой? Нет, что-то другое. Наверное, вот это квакозябра такая, да? Да. Так, а внизу у нас получается 21 минус 13. Так, 21 минус 3. Это будет сюда 1, это 20. Так, 18 и минус 10, 8. 8. 8. Внизу у нас вот эти вот змеи. Это 0, 1, 2, 3. 8 минус 3, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Вот это кто? Ладно, сейчас посмотрим. Да. Все. Да мы профи. Просто мы профи. Так. Со стильным жилетом школьным форменным, да. Ладно, мы пошли дальше. О. Люмос. Это... Подожди, это вроде там, где мы были? Да, вроде это там. Вот оно. Пошли. Я умею теперь карты разгадывать. ПС, пожалуйста, нормально сделайся. Все отлично. Хорошо.
Revelio.
Блять, тут ничего такого нет. Блин, столько беготни, конечно, с этим профессором Фигом.
Revelio.
О, можно я быстренько тоже разгадаю?
Lumos. Revelio.
What in Merlin's name? The restricted section. What did you think you'd find there? Answers to your exams? I'll take you straight out of school, and that is a promise.
Это где-то тут же должно быть.
Revelio.
Где же оно? Ты хочешь сказать еще ниже?
Revelio.
Might some kind soul help me?
Блин, ну где же?
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Revelio.
Я не смогу тебе открыть сундучок.
Revelio.
Я не знаю, где, короче. Да. Ой. Забегала. Давайте еще раз через Люмос посмотрим, конечно, на картину на эту.
Lumos. Revelio. Potato. Lumos.
Зал с каким-то окном. Это зал с большим окном. И рядом картина висит. Нет, ладно, короче, я не знаю, что это. Надо бежать к профессору. А, вот!
Off on another adventure, are we?
Lumos.
Сейчас бегаем быстренько. Картина еще ниже, да? Нет, картина была вроде тут. Да, вот она. Мы забираем. И побежали к профессору.
Revelio.
Тут нет ничего такого. А вот тут что есть. Несмотря на мой крайне плотный график, министерство не кстати прислало распоряжение встретить нового ученика и зачислить его сразу на 5-й курс. Профессор Уизли настаивает, что ребенку требуется сопровождение наставника, чтобы помочь ему освоиться на новом месте перед началом учебного года. Поручаю это дело вам. За подробности обращайтесь к профессору Уизли. Профессор финанс Найджелус Блэк, директор. Мгм.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
Да, профессор,
And
вас
are
очень
you?
славно видеть.
Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
So,
Да,
the
вообще
trolls
сам
were
в
wearing
шоке.
armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I
Кстати, да, я
suspected
тоже.
you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how
Аж путь
dangerous
безумно
will the road
опасен.
be? We're only after a
М.
book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Хорошо. А,
Protego,
Ой,
Lumos,
да не надо тебе, Люмос.
Revelio.
Блин, а можно как-то карты воспользоваться? Не задолбало бегать-то. А нет, ты где-то рядом, я понял, ладно.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
И снова эта беготня. Вниз спустили, теперь опять наверх. Вот тут что-то от меня хочет игра.
Revelio.
Ладно.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But
Очень.
before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Так, что задание?
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Выйти в 2 раундах скрещенных палочек, завершите раунд тренировки комбинаций, заклинать с Люканом Шумсби. О, даже так. Ну давайте. Можно телепортнуть? То бежать к нему через весь Хогвартс.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist.
Ага, дуэль сейчас у нас будет.
And to liven
Хорошо, я
things up,
готов.
the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
Прекрасное развлечение дуэли.
Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin! We'll make you regret signing up.
Ты еще пожалеешь, что записался. Угу, хорошо. А, Левиаса.
Lumos. Levioso. Revelio. Protego. Come on. Revelio. There goes my weight. You're better than that. Levioso. Levioso.
А чё это не работает?
Accio.
Act like a winner.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Все, победа.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Okay,
Хорошо.
congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Так, это я только первый. А мне надо еще ведь.
Glad you're back.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
Угу.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
О,
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
трое их, блядь. Трое против... Ладно, хорошо.
Luma, Levioso. Reparo.
Expelliarmus.
Protego. Levioso. There goes my son. Accio. Levioso.
А, блядь. Какие кнопки неудобные, конечно.
Protego. Levioso. Accio. Accio. Rebellion. Reparo. Reparo.
Блин, я не могу ничего сделать. Ай-яй-яй-яй.
Expelliarmus.
Accio. Revelio. Stupefy. Reparo.
Победа. Отлично.
I could never duel like that. Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Подожди.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of
Да.
course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
Давай, погнали, да.
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio.
Угу.
Nicely done.
Levioso.
Good one.
Так.
Levioso.
Я же...
Keep trying.
Levioso.
2, 3.
Accio.
Ага.
That's it. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Согласен с тобой полностью.
Assignment's all finished.
Вернитесь к профессору Гекат. Можно телепортнуться? Где у меня карта?
Revelio.
Либо новому заклинанию учиться. Та-ра-рам, та-да-да-да-дам, та-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Все ваши задания выполнены, профессор.
Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Вероятно.
I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Так. Инцендио.
Good work.
Так, а на какое заклинание менять? Или можно дальше, вниже? Что нам дальше надо, профессор? Перенестись в класс профессора Фига. Ладно, давайте мы сейчас посмотрим, откроем все, что у нас не открыто сейчас. Пока. Да. Надо нам все открыть. Так, давайте снаряжение посмотрим. Что тут нового есть? О, бирюзовый, красивый, кстати, цвет. О, это тоже красиво, мне нравится. Тоже красиво. Так, дальше. Инвентарь. Что в инвентаре у нас снова? Ну это письмо, да, которое мы нашли у профессора Фига. Так, коллекции. Что у нас по коллекциям? Это да. Такая же неподвижная, как настоящая болтрушайка. Больше есть что-то или все? Больше ничего нет, ладно. И тут по заданиям у нас тоже что-то. Нам сначала надо найти профессора, чтобы двигаться дальше.
Incendio.
You're getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to isolate yourself.
Incendio.
Понятно. Так,
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic.
угу, очень. Все, профессор, мы пошли дальше. Далеко находится профессор Фиг? Ой, тоже телепортнемся. Прям полюбила телепортом. Ну,
Say that.
I thought she did. I hope you know that it isn't true.
Well, of course you're going to say that.
I swear, she was only itchy because of a stinging jinx that the other girl put on her. It was not a bite from a flea.
She did say it was quite fierce, which doesn't sound too
Офендуется.
much like a flea bite.
And you should have seen her face. It was horrific.
Well then, it's clear the girl was mistaken and your puff skein is innocent. Or should I say, clean?
Thank you. Glad someone finally believes me.
What's that
Ладно.
red spot on your hand?
What? Oh, nothing. Scratch.
Revelio.
You are such a fibber. Our family has a crop, and last summer he picked up fleas.
Oi, can you help me?
нет, давай потом. Ждать. Хорошо, ждем.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Продолжим.
I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit
Блин.
longer.
But, Professor,
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Ладно. А где у нас это? Далеко он находится? Себастьян. Нет, недалеко рядом.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
А, кстати, да, он же нам говорил, может, правда он знает. Тун-туруру-тун, турурурурурурурурурум.
Sebastian, there you are. I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Да. Но инициатива, как мы знаем, что правильно наказуема. Вот всегда этим правилом пользуюсь всю свою жизнь.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight and tell
Хорошо.
no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madame Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Ладно, ладно, увидимся вечером. Ну, встретиться так встретиться, идем.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner. So don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky.
Understand.
Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light. Just as long as you keep
Че, мантия... А,
distance
мантия
and
невидимка
quiet.
где-то в другом
You
месте
mean I'll
сейчас.
actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Давай. Ай. Я не успел, простите. Дезиллюминационное заклинание. Так, давайте мы его быстро... На 4 поставим, да.
Quietly now.
Я понял. Можно еще раз? Давай еще раз. Тише, воды ниже земли. Как? Еще раз. Не, мы это пройдем задание. Ты идешь? Хорошо. Может, фонтан как-то запустить, не знаю.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now. I said usually.
Я сказал, что я обычно нет проблем. Да вы поняли.
The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word.
Хорошо.
Trust me.
The key. Here it is.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
Так.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Ага.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Ну, пока мы прям это...
No need for us to be skulking about. Quietly now.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne. so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Бля.
And his new little friend, out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Так.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go.
Эх ты какой хитрый. Нравится, когда друзья у него в долгу.
Where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to remember.
Так, мне надо заклинание быстро, которое... ремонтировать сюда. Быстрее, 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 чувак.
Of course, traces of ancient magic. That's it. There must be more to this room. Revelio.
Но этот мы сундук открыть не можем, к сожалению.
Where might this lead?
Ходим в читальню.
Reparo. I need to wake up that rune over there. Incendio. Not surprising. Cards at the ready.
Да. Хорошо, на X древняя магия. Блять. Подождите, а можно вместо... успел.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Тут что-то есть. С блейзером в клетку. И етить, колотить их сейчас будет тут. Ай. М-м-м-м. Все? Да блин! Чё вас так много, алло?
Is a book after all.
Тоже книга какая-то. А, это опять омут памяти. Типа засуха была, да?
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Добро пожаловать.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganock, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganock.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Ой, ой, магия древняя. Так у нас тоже эта древняя магия у нас есть. По сути. Да? Я себя ощущаю каким-то Волан-де-Мортом, блин.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Все, нам надо уходить отсюда.
Revelio.
Пошли к профессору Фигу сходим. Расскажем, что мы... Что мы видели. Сейчас сходим к профессору, посмотрим, что он нам скажет. Он ругает нас, наверное, стопудово. Я так думаю.
Revelio.
Ничего нового, нет? Какое-то задание начал.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how?
Да, лучше не знайте подробности, как мы это сделали.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Да, интересно прям, что вы мне скажете.
About Mr. Osric's death.
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Так, давайте посмотрим, в чем у нас тут появилось новое снаряжение. Нет. Мне на шачке больше нравится, да. Ну, это выглядит как уже... Нет, мне вот это больше нравится, одежда. Так, что в инвентаре появилось у нас? Как письмо же было. Так, коллекции. Что у нас в коллекциях? Древняя магия дает им возможность бесконечно проводить дальние атаки. Также, если их оружие было брошено или выбито, но моментально снова появляется у них в руках. Созданы для защиты секретов. Древней магии. Это ожившие статуи наносят сильный быстрый удар, но уязвимы к различным видам магии. Обезоруживающее заклинание очень полезно. Тактика в этом случае, но оживившая их древняя магия постоянно создает новое оружие, чтобы они продолжали сражаться. Угу. Так, задание это мы выполнили. Подождите, я что, за задание не получала шмотки? Подождите. А тут? Так. Теперь мы можем перейти к снаряжению. Посмотреть, что у нас за мантия новая. Ой, нет, не хочу. Сними. У тебя очень красивая прическа. Так, подожди, что у тебя там еще есть? Так, коллекция. Шарфик новый, да? А как мне одеть мантию? Я хочу эту мантию одеть. Плащ, он мне очень нравится. Почему его нету тут? Как его из коллекции достать? Вот он в коллекциях висит. Где вот тут? Он в коллекциях, вот. Ладно. Так, давайте мы... Ой, простите, опять. Давайте мы сохранимся. Обязательно. Обязательно надо сохраниться нам. Так, и что у нас там по заданиям теперь?
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Хорошо. Хорошо. Спилярмус. Пойдем мы новое заклинание выучим. Да, потом продолжим по сюжету. Как-то, ну, давайте вне сюжета еще попроходим. Чтобы его пройти, надо этот. Блин. Травология. Где находится кабинет травологии? Я травологию хочу посетить. Где находится кабинет травологии? Скажите мне, пожалуйста. Сюда мне. Подождите. Сюда можно телепортнуться где-то? Сюда можно телепортнуться. Давайте телепортнемся сюда. Так, идем на занятия по травологии.
Nice to see you.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Ой, как красиво тут.
Good morning, Professor
Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Новую розу в нашем саду.
We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Ой.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting.
Бадьян? Давайте.
I need to have a brief word with our I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
Кстати, да.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my staff management.
Так, идем делать. Идем сажать, идем сажать.
Make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Будет готово через 9 минут 55 секунд.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora.
Китайская жующая капуста.
Chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Mm-hmm.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Keep at it. A garden requires patience as much as water and sunlight.
I do wonder about Professor Fig.
He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
Hello. Saw you on your way
Привет.
to Hogsmeade the other day.
Леандер
I'm Leander.
Пруэт.
I'll be showing you the Chinese
Мгм.
jumping cabbages.
Привет, Пруэт.
Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead.
Пошли. Идем?
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
А как бросать? Так.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some of
А, я понял.
the gnomes out. Did save her the denoming, but they left her honking daffodils in
А,
tatters.
зачем я новое кинул?
Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and death
Да
can
не,
have more of them,
блин.
if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Мгм.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Ну, как бы соберем. Всё. Я могу так пройти?
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always
5
wear
минут
our
еще.
dragon hide gloves, I shall end our
Окей.
lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with
Очень
my new
приятно,
students.
девушка.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my...
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
4 минуты еще. Тут можно собирать кучу всего. Дорогая профессор Чесноу, как мило с вашей стороны вспомнить, что я люблю клубнику. Неудивительно, что маглы обожают эти душистые ягоды. Чтобы вы не выращивали, все получается отменного качества, от горячавки до ягод. Очень надеюсь, что под вашим руководством моя племянница тоже освоит этот навык. Ленора вас души не чает, уверена, как и все прочие ученики. С наилучшими пожеланиями, Элеонора Эверли.
Revelio.
5 минут, 3 минуты. Ну, не будем далеко уходить. Да. Тут тоже что-то можно собрать. Или нет? Перчатки в зеленую полоску.
Revelio.
Ревелио. 2 минуты. Ладно, давайте мы сбегаем наверх. Смотрим, что тут у нас. Тут же тоже у нее что-то есть, да? О! Заперто.
Accio. Incendio.
Ладно. Наш уже этот готов. Растение наше. Минута 20 секунд. Подождем. Как бы не хочется потом возвращаться куда-то опять. Сразу дождаться бы уже этой минуты. Вообще было бы круто, если бы на какое-нибудь помещение бы выделили. Ой.
Incendio.
40 секунд. Я вообще хотел посмотреть, что у меня тут есть. В снаряжениях у меня новые перчаточки есть. Нет, вот эти круче. Жалко, нельзя плащ снять. Как-то он уже подмораживает. Да. Это письмо, которое мы уже открыли. Листы бадьяна и листья сладкой мальвы. Используются для открытия испытаний Мерлина. Можно выращивать в горшке любого размера. Окей. Это что у нас тут? Комплект одежды для обладателя идеальной осанки и изысканности, полученный за разгадку тайны пустой рамы для картины. Прикольно. Так, что у нас еще? Композитор их уже. Сейчас осталось 30 секунд, 30 секунд, 30 секунд. А, по зелье варенью. Это у нас было почем? Это мы выращивали. А теперь по зелью варенью. Ой, это так можно вечно собирать, что ли, да? Ладно, пойдем на предмет зельеварения.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
I can't believe she seems successful. And why should I be impressed anyway?
Если так нравится подходить, так и делать.
Wouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Ну что, давайте.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion.
Никого он вам не напоминает
Can you tell us why
из Гарри
this
Поттера?
particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. You must stir your cauldron in the correct direction.
Простите.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Так, мне надо собрать яйца Пеламбы и соберите мех темной дворняги.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be
Но она
everywhere.
инквизиция.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fruiper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fruit feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Хорошо.
Remember, precision is key when brewing.
Мех мы собрали. Распоряжение дата 31.80. Проверитель марковая тема Горбин и Брекс. В последнее время возле магазина Горбин и Брекс наблюдалось неурочные часы, особенно после полуночи. К первому ходу доставляют подозрительного вида свертки. С учетом репутации магазина мы решили увеличить число мракоборцев, ведущих наблюдение. Вы входите в их число, ожидайте дальнейших указаний. Рябиновый отвар нашли. Есть еще что-нибудь интересное? Про яйца я понял.
Stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fruiper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Хорошо. Хорошо.
Should you chop the Didney or crush it? Wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your
Так, нам надо сварить зелье. Вот этот, да? Отлично. Давай рябиновый отвар тоже сварим. Пригодится нам. Ну, как бы лишним точно не будет. Так, ладно.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Get it! Oh! Dragon Star! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Да, дали мы ему перо.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor again.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot coming from a fellow Ravenclaw. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class.
Врата к далеким
Speaking of
звездам.
stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Хорошо. Окей, так. Ладно, пойдем к нашему профессору. Профессор Шарп.
I brewed an Endurance potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Так где нам поискать место?
Had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Так, что дальше у нас? Что там по коллекциям у нас? Зелье Эдурис. А яйца где я тебе беру? Горячие на ощупь яйца. Одной гладкой достаточно, чтобы сварить зелье Эдурус. Пепламбы заводятся в угасающих углях магических. Они затем ускользают в темные виды. Углы. Положить яйца, хотя обычно их находят в жилищах. Некоторые, по-видимому, завелись в заброшенных лагерных кострах и оставили свои кладки в близлежащих скалистых районах. Так, что у нас по заданиям? Далеко идти к ней? А, да, она же где-то за этим, да? Это мне столько бежать? Так, ладно, подождите, карта. Короче, подожди, карта еще раз. Короче, пиздец, бежать мне, ладно.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Подожди, а тут у нас что? Кстати, там же наше это растет. Ну-ка. Давайте зайдем, заберем быстро. Бадьян наш тут растет же. Типа можно путь сократить. Кабинет по изучению тварей. О, тут же этот жил, да? Хагрид.
Revelio.
Ну, бежим. Что же делать? Телепорта нет, потому что мы там ни разу не были.
Revelio.
Дайте я. Ну шо, погнали дальше.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Да, я тоже
Hello,
рад тебя
Natty.
видеть.
How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Ладно, давайте расскажем, он наш друг.
Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Спасибо, Нати. Да.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Target. I refuse to be treated in this manner.
Incendio.
Survive this.
Нам не пережить-то, вам не пережить, ребят.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Да. Так, секунду. Угу. У них взрывные эти, я понял.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Release me.
How does that feel?
Блин. 10 аж, ни хрена себе. Давай еще раз. Блин, очень неудобно, кнопки расположены для заклинаний. Вообще прям неудобное расположение. Ну ладно. Уже как есть.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. You know it. We can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student on the fight against body.
Ай-яй-яй.
I'm not done with you.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Что за исследование, интересно?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a
Испытание от
little
Мерлина.
secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our
Давай, поможем.
hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Revelio.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Чё? Куда ее надо бросить?
Disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio. Incendio. Revelio.
You've got the Mallowsweet to work. Now, what to do about these pyres?
Accio. Incendio. Lumos. Levioso.
Я не знаю, а что с ними делать.
pyres, and pyres are meant to be lit.
Accio! Incendio! The flames make the pyre sink. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Wow.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have
Еще
even more
больше вопросов.
questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Так, что у нас там дальше вообще? По заданиям. Может, в южном мне крыло надо или тут мне где-то надо? Наверное, тут мне надо сюда. Да. А, это задание висит, я понял.
Revelio.
Да. Чё? А, вот, с этой стороны. Колодец 4 тварей. Некоторые студенты верят, что любой, кто завоевал доверие всех 4 тварей, может загадать желание у этого колодца. Будь то рядом с Фестралом, Грифоном, Химерой или Гиппогрифом. Прикольно. Где? Встречайте будущего чемпиона. Да, я хочу потренироваться.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
This will be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Хорошо. Так. А, простите. Сейчас все это у нас загрузится.
Nicely done.
Угу, теперь это. Смешение, я понял теперь.
Excellent form. Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush.
Почему?
Seriously, well
Нет.
done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging
Манекена.
you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Ты думаешь? Так, мы комбинации потренировали. Там мне еще надо было что-то потренировать. А, кувырком.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Да непременно войдем. Да.
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get started.
Нати прекрасный партнер.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Act like a winner.
There goes my way. Accio.
Как быстро.
They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Давай.
Good luck out there.
Так, Q надо этот ставить, чтобы щит, да.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
Is that all you've got?
Protego.
I'm the one.
Expelliarmus.
Accio. Levioso. Lumos.
Expelliarmus.
Incendio. Accio.
А чё они встали, замер от того?
Accio. Levioso.
You're better than that.
Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
Что-то они за это заключили, заметили? Сохранить игру. Блин.
Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Accio.
Expelliarmus.
Levioso. Incendio. Lumos. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio.
Победа. Найс. Мы победили.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And
Приз.
so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Ой, блин, растения по травологии. Тоже там все найс мы тоже выполнили. Теперь нам надо попасть. А зачем нам в фамильную реликвию Оливандера надо попасть? Я что-то не помню. Мне очень вообще такая захватывающая игра, друзья. Я надеюсь, вам тоже захватывающе все это вы смотрите. Так.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander.
Да, конечно, поможем.
Most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Кстати, да. Почему не продолжат по поискам советники?
However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
О, прямо как у нас.
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh, yes. It's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster. No, nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
Ну, попробуем.
You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Идем в Советню. Блин, как далеко бежать. Можно как-то сократить этот путь? Ладно, давайте телепортнемся сюда. Тут бежать не так далеко. До Советни прям вообще бежать и бежать. Прям жесть.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Так, карта. Ну, уже ближе бежать, кстати. Побежали.
Lumos. Revelio.
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb beasts for everyone.
А ночью типа нельзя уходить? Ну ладно.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Какую там программу включили, что я не понимаю даже. Сейчас будем искать ту палочку. Лунный камень мы нашли.
Revelio. The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. Don't mind me, Owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? Accio! I recognize those handles. The summoning charm should do the trick. Accio! This'll do nicely. Nothing. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws.
А куда еще надо вернуть их? Что-то я не понял. Совы Хогвартса. Сов принадлежит школе или ученикам. Можно найти в Советне Хогвартса. Рекомендуется внимательнее смотреть под ноги, чтобы не вступить в совиный помет. Или не раздавить отрыгнутый скелет какой-нибудь мыши. Подождите, у меня больше нету. Или надо еще что-то проверить где-то? Ищ, так. Помещаем. Еще? Еще две где-то должно быть. А вон там. Тут выше как-то... А, вот можно еще подняться.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Так, пойдем заберем.
Revelio. Accio.
Слушайте, не поймаю. Я поймал тебя.
I'll take that, thank you. This'll do nicely. Nothing.
Нет! Подожди, мы еще не все обыскали.
No statues here. Here's a
Так,
welcome
теперь...
surprise. Revelio.
Все обыскали, мы тут посмотрели. А, вот еще выше есть.
I'd best keep looking. A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Ну, короче, спускаемся вниз. А нет, спустись до конца вниз.
What's happening?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed.
Что ей рассказывать там было?
If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest?
Ну давай встретимся, хорошо.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt
Легкость в голове.
lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves, a poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Нет, мы завершили, но мы не до конца же завершили. Где тут задание? Он же ждет меня у этого запретного леса.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Мне нужно выучить обезоруживающее заклинание, прежде чем я последую за призраком Ричарда Галкарада в запретный лес. Ладно, так, давайте мы сохраним игру. Так, и давайте мы почитаем вообще все, что мы не открывали. Так, что у нас в инвентаре появилось? У нас появилась карта с парящими свечами. Не знаю, что это значит. Потом, наверное, узнаем. Так, внешний вид у нас. По внешним видам у нас какая-то новая инфа. Влачение чемпиона скрещенных палочек. Комплект для неприсоединенных дуэлянтов. Полученных всех вызовов скрещенных палочек. Комплект одежды нам дали. Хорошо. Так, дальше. Количество 4 тварей. Да, это мы читали. Все, пока тут. Свинопочта, ну-ка. Здравствуй, насколько я знаю, вы сейчас главная новость как-то врана. Профессор Фик сказал мне, что вы нашли для него одну утерянную книгу. Я бы хотел поговорить с вами. Ну это мы уже с ним разговаривали, да. Мы сейчас ищем твою палочку. Да. Так, что у нас тут? По заданиям, исследованиям. Ничего пока, да? У нас недоступно тут больше. Ну что, чатик, давайте мы сделаем маленький перерывчик с вами. Я отключусь. Вот, сейчас перезапишемся. Вот. Спасибо всем, кто был на стримчике. Я запущу, скорее всего, еще сегодня чуть позже. Вот. Так что увидимся с вами. Да, блин. Увидимся с вами. Ну, еще сегодня увидимся с вами. Все, до встречи.